Rob, Christian McCaffrey, labeled as injury prone in the fantasy community. We can debate almost literally endlessly if injury prone is a real thing or not. But CMC, he held up last year, but kind of only barely. He played at less than 100% several times. Really was like gutting things out, including in the playoffs. What are their plans, if any, you think, to manage McCaffrey's reps in 2023? And is Elijah Mitchell going to be like kind of like an actual committee member more than just like a breather back guy?
There should be plans to manage Christian McCaffrey because he is the engine that drives this offense. They were scoring 19 points a game before McCaffrey got there. And after he got there, they were scoring around 30 points a game. And that's even with Jimmy Garoppolo as quarterback. So it has not been the Brock Purdy catalyst that changed things for San Francisco. It was Christian McCaffrey. But Kyle Shanahan really doesn't rotate running backs unless he has to. If guys get hurt, obviously he's got no choice. But when guys are healthy, he rides them as much as possible. So while he might need to mitigate CMC's reps, I don't think he's going to. And you can't depend on Elijah Mitchell for anything. That poor guy just cannot stay on the field. He missed 16 of the 20 games the team played last year due to injury. So it's going to be Christian McCaffrey. And for however many games Elijah Mitchell holds up, he'll get his chances, but it's the CMC show.
So, and that raises the question then, Rob, behind CMC and Mitchell, who will it be in your estimation at RB3? Because, man, fantasy managers desperately want to know this. Who is the number 3 guy right now?
Right now, it's Jordan Mason, who was impressive last season when he got in there. He averaged 4.2 yards per carry after contact per attempt. That would have led the league if he had enough carries to qualify. He runs hard, although he's had a little bit of a fumbling problem in camp so far that makes me nervous. And I know the 49ers are talking up Ty Davis.
No, sorry. I was saying, it was a delayed reaction to the fumbling problem. Like, yes. Just going to cross him off any list I have.
The Niners have been talking up Ty Davis-Price, their 3rd-round pick from a year ago, but he's, he was a forgotten man last year, so he's got a long way to go. So right now, it's definitely Jordan Mason, and if Elijah Mitchell's hurt, which is a very real possibility, Mason could be RB2.
So 2 things. When you said Elijah Mitchell and referenced his health history, I was like, oh my gosh, is Elijah Mitchell hurt? And I just forgot. And he is currently healthy right now. And when Denny asked you who the number 3 was and you said Jordan Mason, if you had said like Alfred Morris, I just would have kept nodding and going along with it and just believed that they had signed him on like June 20th and like, yeah, he's number 3 now. Okay. And because that's just how crazy and unpredictable it is. Shanny. And we're very traumatized by Shanny's usage.
We are.
Hey, Frank Gore just signed a contract with the 49ers. Now, it happens to be in the front office, but I know a lot of people were like, is he coming back?
We have to pay attention to that. I could see Frank Gore getting a few carries by week 4, week 5, somewhere in there.
He's coming back. So CMC, yeah, well, stay healthy, Christian. Fantasy football is a better game when you are healthy. Real football is a better game when you're healthy. We're talking about the running game. That still includes Deebo Samuel, we guess. What should the expectations be for Deebo's usage, specifically his rushing usage, after the 49ers throttled back a little last year on the ground? I mean, just a strange overall campaign for Deebo. It was only 12 or 13 games. The receiving production fell off a cliff. It did fall off a cliff relative to 2021 amidst like the quarterback chaos. Just tell us what you think the plans are for Deebo as a rusher this year, and is maybe Deebo, the sense around Deebo in general, after like these 2 like kind of like whiplash 2021 and 2022 seasons he had.
So I think the Deebo rushing thing is pretty much over. The only reason they did it as much as they did a few years ago is because they had to. They had so many injuries. They needed somebody to be able to make an explosive play. And so they threw him back there and it worked. But now the league is adjusted. Like they figured it out. And Kyle Shanahan referenced it because they actually ran a Deebo rushing play for Ray McLeod last year. And it went for like a 70-yard touchdown. And Kyle's comment after the game was, yeah, it's nice to do that and not see the entire defense shift as soon as we line up. So they've kind of figured out the Deebo as a running back thing. He'll still get carries here and there, but I think that it's not going to be like it was in 2021. But the good news is that Deebo, he's done his work this offseason. He's lost weight. He's put in the time training. By his own admission, 2022 was awful. He said it was awful in every aspect. He said, I'll never put that kind of bad film on tape again. He's come in shape. He looks good. So I think primarily Deebo is going to be used as a wide receiver. Now we'll see what he can do in 2021. Early in that year, he was fantastic purely as a wide receiver. You think he put up 900 yards in his first 9 games.
I think he was leading the league in receiving through 9 games.
Yes, he has shown that capability, but it all starts with him in the offseason. When he comes in shape, he has a good year. When he comes in out of shape or hurt, he has a bad year. And so far, this looks like a good Deebo year.
Just to give folks an idea of how much things dropped off for Deebo Samuel in the receiving part of the game, his yards per target went from 11.6 in 2021 to 6.6 in 2022. He saw a similar drop in yards per reception. It just all was not very good. As you know, if you drafted Deebo Samuel with the hope that you were going to get a wide receiver 1.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, okay, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from Rotoworld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.